Good morning everybody, welcome back to Hiking the Wainwrights and welcome to Borrowdale. That was the beautiful village of Rosslard, one of my favourite villages in the whole of the Lake District. And I've parked there because today is Grange Fell Day. Heading up there via King's How, one of my favourite hills, and then over to Great Crag. So let's go and take a look at the map and see where the route's taking us today. So from Rosslard I'm heading north, back through the jaws of Borrowdale, heading towards a gigantic glacial boulder called the Bowder Stone. Then I'll be making my way over to a place called Brockfield, passing a series of caves and boulders. Then it's a steep pull up to the first summit of Grange Fell called King's How, and the views here are staggering. Then it's just a short walk across to the highest point of Grange Fell, Brundfell. After Brundfell we'll have a nice gentle stroll down to the tarn at Watendleth, before threading our way up to the second Wainwright of the day, Great Crag, where the views down to Borrowdale will open up once more. Then we'll pop down to the stunning Dock Tarn and finally head back down into the valley where I can mull over which pub I'd like to go to for that well-earned pint after such a beautiful walk. So that's it. I think you're in for a real treat today because the views are beautiful from the top, but the hills themselves are absolutely stunning, particularly King's How. However, unfortunately, the first section of this walk is along the road, and at the moment it's not too busy, but it does get quite busy, so you've got to be really careful here. Here we go, look. And there's nowhere to walk, there's no path. So I need to pick my way along and get to that first footpath that's going to get us off here and head off towards the Bowder Stone. Let's go. Now, if you wanted to go straight up to King's How, you can do it here. You can go up this path and it goes straight up. Okay, this is us. Bowder Stone. Let's get through here. I'm glad to be off the road. I mean, you're not on the road for long, 10, 15 minutes tops, but it just feels nice to be away from that potential danger and just people, really. Look at this path. Today is going to be a very green day, and I don't mean the band, but this stuff. Very, very green at the moment. Been a lot of rain. I love this tree. It's like someone looking at me. It's kind of scary. But yeah, we've had a lot of rain lately, and everything's gone absolutely nuts. Okay, here we are at the Bowder Stone. Look at the size of this thing. 2,000 tonnes this weighs, approximately. Obviously we can't weigh it, but look at the way it's balanced there. I mean, that is just teetering, isn't it? It's not an erratic though. This is actually a boulder that's fallen down from one of the sides here when the glacier retreated. Look at the size of it. Right, let's get up here. I really hope it doesn't decide to fall now. There we go, let's have a look at this. Yeah, that is super polished. There's no way I'm standing on here. You know, if you're in the Keswick area, it kind of makes sense to pop down here and check it out. It's an interesting feature of the place. Just massive. It's hard to kind of put it into any sort of context on the video because obviously it's wide angle, but when you're here, flipping heck, it's a monster. I think these are new stairs, you know. I think the last time I was here, these were wooden. It's all a bit rickety. It didn't feel safe at all, but this is much better. Be interested to know if one day that would just topple over. Amazing. Right, let's get onwards with the walk, and we're kind of now away from the road, so that sound of traffic is lessened. We're more into nature now, and basically as I head around after the car park for the Bowder Stone, that's when it gets incredibly beautiful. I mean, it's the whole reason why I'm putting this extra bit in, to be honest with you. Not because of the Bowder Stone, it's for the ascent up the back of King's How. Beautiful, it really is. as you saw, I just walked out the back of the Boulderstone car park there, right up towards the top section, where there's inevitably loads of vans. Let's hit these van drivers. And there's a little break in the bracken, as you saw, and leads you down to this little gate and onto this path. Now we're going to go past a series of caves and boulders and all sorts down. It's really interesting, honestly. It's so lovely around here. This is, I know I say it a lot, one of my favourite parts of the Lake District. There's a handful of favourite places. This is definitely one of them. Look at it. But it gets even better. This is the only downside to this walk. The bracken, and obviously the ticks. And it gets worse. Okay, a little way past that boulder I showed you a minute ago. The path continues down here, but it's worth breaking off and popping up here and having a look at this cave. This is where Ticky Tom lives, I think. If you don't know who Ticky Tom is someone that I kind of made up. It's a story I wrote a few years ago on Instagram, just to kind of accompany a photograph that I did. It's not a jolly tale, but if you're interested in reading it, I'll put it in the description. Let's go and see if we can find him. Well, this is definitely a lot more overgrown than it was last time I came down here. I do apologise, but ooh, that scared the bejesus out of me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not cut out for this. Put my phone on. Because that is just a big black hole now, isn't it, for you guys? Let's have a look. It's usually can't see a damn thing. Let me just change some settings here. Okay. My torch is making absolutely no difference whatsoever, so I'll just turn that off. But yeah, there you go. Just a little cave. It doesn't go very far. My eyes are sort of adjusting now. Yeah, you can see it kind of ends there. No Ticky Tom, no bodies, no skeletons or anything like that. Thankfully. Definitely worth popping up to have a look. I just kind of wish I'd brought my snagged. I just wish I'd brought my head torch now. Lovely, isn't it? Just lovely. I think it's going to be a bit of a mixed bag today in terms of weather. It was forecast to be showery, and then later on the showers thin out a little bit and it gets a bit more sunny. But I think it's going to be windy up the top the whole time. That's nice, isn't it? Castle Crag. Just with the gap there. Honestly, you could just come around here with a camera, nothing else, and spend hours just getting shots. I mean, look at it, it's absolutely stunning. So this is, let's see if I can get the pronunciation right, Kumakata or Kumakata wood. Honestly, I've never heard it spoken by anybody else, so I've got no idea how you pronounce that. Kumakata, I like that, that's better. Look how high this bracken is now. We really are in the danger zone, tick danger zone, tick city. Tickalicious. So yeah, we're kind of, it's like you can see there's a labyrinth of paths running through the bracken, but we kind of want to head off up this cleft here towards Brockfield, which is around the corner, basically keeping King's How, this lump here, on our right hand side as close as possible. We don't want to be heading off in that direction, for example. So it's difficult to point the camera, all this flipping bracken everywhere. But it's this bit in a minute when we get round the corner and start heading up towards King's How. That is, well, you'll see, it's just flipping beautiful. Let's go and have a look at it. Nearly. So we rise up about 40 metres from that cave, and then unfortunately we do drop down a little bit, not too far, 10 to 20 metres, and then it's a very, very steep walk up to the king of all hills. Isn't this a beautiful path? I love all these birches. Yeah, that is quite the view, isn't it? So we're heading pretty much up the back there. Yeah, and as I said, we kind of drop down a little bit now, but it is so picturesque down here that it doesn't matter one bit. Now, I could have worn shorts today. It is definitely warm enough. It's quite a muggy day. However, I've opted for trousers because of this stuff. Just a little bit more defence against the ticks, I think, is a good idea. Yeesh. I mean, look how high they are. Right, we've now got to a little bit of a T-junction, more of a Y-junction. If you go that way, you end up going the wrong way through that gate. So don't go through that gate, the second gate. We want to go off down this bit here before heading back up. So yeah, you can kind of see where we want to go, going between the two lumps. Right, let's get down here. Oh, it's lovely. It's so peaceful. I'm not going to talk now. I'm going to let you guys watch as we walk up here, listen to the birds, and just kind of immerse yourself in nature. Sorry, I have to just disturb your peace here. I know you're probably enjoying that, but I just have to interject at this moment because, sorry about all this, by the way. It's really quite close at the moment. Muggy. It feels like I'm in a tropical rainforest. But I'm just going to say, if you do come up here, be very careful because these rocks are just, well, it's like someone's poured olive oil all the way down them. That slippy. Really tricky, and to be honest with you, I would come up here rather than going down. I think going down would be pretty dangerous actually. I think you'd hurt yourself. You'd definitely slip. I mean, I've slipped so many times just coming up. Again, it's the same thing. All the stones are sloping that way down the hill. Right, let's get back to the nature and the sound of the wind and the green and the birds. And the sound of my feet, sorry. Well, isn't this a treat? I was not expecting the heather to be out. It's not all out, obviously. You can see patches where it's still brown, but hopefully you can see in this camera, there's a lot of purple going on. What a bonus this is. Look at it. Gorgeous. I mean, you've got silver birch all over the place. Obviously got this heather, another silver birch there, patch of silver birches. This is a photographer's heaven, and I really should get my camera out. I can't believe I've not got it out yet. But I'm going to wait till I get to the top, so the summit's just there, and then probably get my camera out. Look at this. Right, I'm going to shut up again, and I'll see you at the top. You can just enjoy this. Isn't this stunning? Just looking back over your shoulder and seeing that is quite breathtaking actually. It's literally everywhere you look. Beauty. I think this actually is the King of Hills. This is the King's Hill, King's How, named after Edward VII, I believe, when the National Trust bought it back in a year. Definitely fit for a king, this, isn't it? Wow. Layers upon layers of beauty. You know, it's a bit of a steep pull up there and a bit of a sweat fest, but it is so worth it. Look at that view. I'll give you a quick spin now. Pretty good, isn't it? Towards Great End, right round, all over. quick spin. Right, now I'm going to show you the actual fells that we can see from here, from this tiny but flipping beautiful, slightly windy bump. Have a look at this. Bang for your buck, I think you'll agree. Quite stunning. Such a small climb, not high at all. I've said this before quite a lot actually. Some of the best views are from these lower hills. Breathtaking. Looking right up towards the Scarfells there. Well, like I just showed you. Castle Crag is another one. That's the lowest of the Wainwrights, just under 1,000 foot. A little bit of sun there on Stonefoot. I mean, that alone is just breathtakingly beautiful. I mean, like, I'm just rubbing my eyes, I can't believe what I'm seeing. And then as I'm talking to you, I'm looking that way, and that is blowing my mind as well. So it's a full 360 panorama from this tiny bump that is, well, priceless. Look at it now, look at that, look at that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to Brundfell. So this is all Grange Fell, this huge lump is Grange Fell, but obviously we've got multiple summits. We've got King's How here, Brundfell, which is the highest point of Grange Fell, and we've got Joppelty How over there as well, which I love. I just love the name of it, love the look of it. It's great. I love that wall leading up next to it. So let's get over that way, hopefully drop out this wind a little bit, and yeah, check out the view on that side. It's changing every second, it really is. Let's go. Ooh, this wind, it's crazy. Now then, if you have taken the time to read that little story in the description about Ticky Tom, when I was writing it, this is the place I visualised. Imagine him sitting down here. So sitting up, leaning up against that rock there with the sun in his face, falling asleep. That's what was in my head. Oh my goodness, look at it down there now. There's another shot-worthy tree right there. Look at that. Need a bit of lighting, that'll be beautiful. It's quite nice being down here out of the wind. That was a little bit crazy up there. Just kind of waiting for a little bit of light there, but the cloud looks like it's all thickened up a little bit now, which is a shame. Should I wait? Or should I not? Sorry, I do apologise if all you can hear is my beard rustling on this jacket. This is a really rustly jacket. I'm going to give it 10 minutes here, because why not? It's not a bad place to stand around for 10 minutes. And then if nothing happens, I will move on up to Brundfell. Like I said, over that stile there. Just getting down to that path somewhere. Isn't it beautiful around here? If you've never been here, by the way, I really hope you do get up to at least King's How, at least here, and you could actually come up this way, up the top and back down the way. No, don't go down the way I came up, that's really treacherous. Like I said, come up the way I've come up and drop back down. Scarfell Pike is completely clagged in, so anybody up there today, they'll be getting absolutely zero views. Unlike us, we're getting all the views. It's fantastic. nice larch here. Okay, so you can actually see where I need to go now. So, all that little stile there along that path. Just need to navigate this bit here, which looks Slipsville. Look at how tall these are. I'm holding the camera up to my face. Oh, I'm going to have to do a mega tick check when I get home. Okay, so no longer a stile. Just walk straight across. This is one of the sheepfolds on the map. Okay, so we get to the second sheepfold, you can see just here, up this path, and then we're going to take a left there. It's quite hard to see, but this is Castle Crag here. You can kind of make it out a little bit, but it almost blends into the side of High Spy. That's High Spy there. Okay, so as you get to the highest point of this little path, you can see the path going off there up to the top of Brundfell. So if you keep on going that way, you're going to drop back down again. I can't believe how much heather is out at the moment. It's wonderful. What a treat. Summit's just up here, and I just noticed behind me we're getting some light right out there now, out towards Great End and everything else. So it's changing, yeah, every 2 minutes. Completely different. And we're getting the view back of Derwent down there, look, looking back towards King's How just there. Doesn't take long at all to get here, it's about 10-15 minutes maybe. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Wow. I just love all these blocks here. Amazing. The rock is just amazing. I love the colour of it. Let's go the interesting way up. Oh, that's not bad, is it? That's not bad at all. This is such an interesting little summit because you've got this almost natural wall going all the way around, look. I mean, it's not offering much shelter at the moment, but I guess if you sat down here, you'd be out the wind and the rain and what have you, coming from the west. But it's not, just look at the view. Look at it. Wow. Kind of like that actually. That would be a really nice photograph there, wouldn't it, with this rock looking right through across the two other tops out towards the highest top of them all, Scafell Pike. Let me just read to you Wainwright's opening paragraph about Grange Fell. Grange Fell is nothing on the map, everything when beneath one's feet. In small compass here is concentrated the beauty, romance, interest and excitement of the typical Lakeland scene. Here nature has given of her very best and produced a loveliness that is exquisite. Not strictly the territory of fell walkers perhaps, yet those who consistently hurry past Grange Fell to get to grips with the Scarfells and Gable would do well to turn aside to it once in a while, alone, and quietly walk its sylvan glades and heathery top. The exercise will not tire the limbs, but it will do the heart and spirit and faith of the walker a power of good and gladden his eye exceedingly. That man had a way with words, and he just describes his fell perfectly. I've seen 2 people here today, 2, just right here on the summit then. I mean, I know it's a Monday, I know Mondays are normally quieter, but still, Helvellyn, the Scarfells, Gable, as he said, they'll be fairly busy today. Lots of bees, lots of birds, loads of rowan, silver birch, heather. It's beautiful, beautiful place. And I could sit here for hours and just enjoy that view. In fact, I might do. think you'll agree, quite a special fell, this one. All of it, the whole of Grange Fell, not just Brun Fell, all of it. Right over to King's How, Joppelty How, which I was going to go over to, but I can't be bothered. I'm being lazy. Right, next section, heading down to Wattenlith, so you can see the trees down there. That's where we're heading, that's where the tarn is, and the little hamlet. Oh, that's looking nice in the valley now. My goodness. The light and these larch trees here in the foreground. Right, let's deploy the camera. That almost looks like an alpine scene with the trees in the foreground there. You know, you could almost be in Grindelwald or something like that. Ah, lovely. Nice little style here. Oh, I lost my balance. Let's make sure my camera doesn't clonk against the wood. Okay, we're just getting onto Puddingstone Bank. So this is the bridleway that comes up from Rosthart over to Wattenlith, and then obviously from there it goes way over High Tove and drops down to Armboth. You saw that a few weeks ago on that video. So what you can do is you can actually go straight on and straight up to Great Crag. But I think because we haven't seen Wattenlith yet, we haven't seen the tarn properly yet, and this whole series, I think it's worth just popping down there. It's probably an extra kilometre or so, but it's worth it. It's nice little hamlet, some nice little buildings there, obviously the tarn as well, and then we'll switch back around and get up to Great Crag over there. All right, here we are at Wattenlith. So we've got the hamlet of Wattenlith and the tarn. So what I'm going to be doing in a minute is heading down that way and up to Great Crag. But let's go and have a little wander around the hamlet itself. There used to be like a little ice cream shop here, tea room. That's what they're called, tea rooms. Ice cream shop. Well, it sells ice cream. Let's go and see if it's still here and see if it's still open. Footboy gate. Yep, that'll do nicely. It's a cute little bridge, isn't it? Can't actually get any cuter than this, I don't think. Oh well, looky here. Tea room. Open. Okay, there's a £5 minimum charge there to use my card. I've got no cash, so I've abandoned the ice cream idea in favour of having a little look around the village. I say village, it's not a village, is it? Hamlet. That's nice, that's a lovely cottage, that, isn't it? Hello? Oh, you're right. This is lovely, isn't it? Look at it. I can't fit through there, I've got to go through the fat boy gate.
You might have been kissed by mistake, I'm sorry.
Oh, lovely. Oh, did I get that on camera? I think I did. Perfect moment.
On my 82nd birthday.
Oh, lovely.
That can't be bad, can it?
No, it can't. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, it's turning out to be an absolutely beautiful day. But it was forecast to. Oh, look here. We've got It's a really sheltered little area, this. And I've not done my research, but I'm assuming this is a glacial corrie. So glacier cut this out and left this little pot here. Although, I don't know, was that, did it have a weir on it? I didn't even notice, honestly. I think there might have been a weir actually a bit further down. Yeah, like I said, no research. This is what life's about, isn't it? Getting out to places like this and enjoying views like these. And peace and quiet, you know, away from the crowds and town or city life. It's wonderful. Another ash. Similar to a rowan tree in that it's got these multiple leaves per stem or whatever it's called on either side. So very similar to a rowan, like I said, but they're much smaller, the rowan. That's a terrible description, wasn't it? I'm sorry. My head goes on these videos. I can't think or talk properly. I just can't remember my words. I can't remember English. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Right, I'm going to walk up here. I'm not going to talk for a while. I'm going to give you a little bit of a break from the waffle and just let you enjoy the scenery, the sounds. I would say the smells, but there aren't any on this, I'm afraid. But just take my word for it, they're pretty special.
Hey, Hurdy.
Ooh. Now then, the fat boy gate won't let me. Oh no! I have to go through here. Oh. Not easy. Okay, through the gate, off to the left. So that is Great Crag right in front, and the permitted path goes to the east of it. Doesn't actually pass over the summit, so we need to find a little path that's going to take us up there. It's funny, there are herdies here. That's a herdie ewe there, but their lambs are not full herdie. Obviously breeding with something else. I don't know what exactly. They seem to have lost their mum. Your mum was over there. Here, look. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? They're there, look, your lambs are there. There we go. Oh, I do like a good reunion. I was going to say a happy ending, but that has other meanings nowadays. What a view. That's Skidder in the background, by the way, if you're wondering what the fell is, the big one in the background. Wow, it's getting better by the minute. I think I might just stay here a few more minutes, actually. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Just checking your six every now and then is so worthwhile. Looking back to where we were, Brunfell, King's How on the left. But yeah, up here, and at the point where the path kind of levels off, just at the beginning of that, you can see there's another little trod going off up here, and that's where we want to go, up to the summit. Yeah, a bit of a twin summit affair. Got one at similar height there to this one. I think a little bit higher here, actually, to be honest with you. Looking nice all back out towards Skidder. Wow. And it's looking nice out, obviously, towards Great Gable. We've got Pillar there in the background now. Dale Head. Lovely. Lingmel. And, funnily enough, the clouds have lifted up over Scafell Pike now, so we can see the summit. Obviously they'll be able to see the views That's lovely, really is lovely. I can see Borfell, Crinkle Crags and Pacablisco, and I can even see way off in the distance great cars. Just a very distinctive wave-like shape. Look at the light down in the valley though. It's cutting across the front of Castle Crag. Very hard to distinguish, but you can definitely see King's How now. Brown cow. Sorry. Also see from here Dock Tarn. So I'm going to head off there now, go and check that out, and then yeah, not far off the beginning of the descent, and the day's almost over. I spotted some nice little bit of cotton grass over here a minute ago, and I want to get, oh, it's down there, look. Yes, I'm going to get down here and get back to that because it looks quite nice. I love cotton grass. I just love the way it looks and the way it dances in the wind. Really careful not to tread all the heather. Stand on the grass betwixt the heather. Oh, there's a little skylark there as well that must have been having a bit of a drink here. What a lovely location that is. Love that. Try and get back onto that main path without squishing all the heather down. Right, back on the trod. What a trod it is. Okay. Honestly, I just never get bored of that view. Wow. Okay, as we reach the beautiful rowan tree here, gets us back out onto the main path. It's going to take us past Dock Tarn, which is just over this little brow here. I'll slip through, thanks. That is lovely, that little island there, look, with the silver birch on it. I think in the right conditions now, maybe even now, but I'm kind of thinking autumn, maybe a little bit of mist on the water here. I mean, look at this place, look at it, flipping heck. You've got the lily pads here, some reeds, you've got that island. Just imagine that with a little bit of mist on it, a little bit of sunlight hitting the silver birch. If it was to cloud over, you could get a nice shot. No, you couldn't. Just leave it. Leave it, Crag. Leave it alone. It's nice, actually. That's nice seeing groups of. I'm gonna sound really old now. I sound like a really old fat. But seeing, you know, young folk out in the hills enjoying it, and they look like they really were enjoying it. I mean, who the hell wouldn't want to love this? I mean, who wouldn't love this? It'd have to be insane. Right, let's head over to Lingy End and Willie Grass Gill and head on down back into Stoneford. This is Willie Grass Gill, and we'll be pretty much following it all the way back down onto the valley, so yeah, lovely. Getting quite a nice view up Langstrath Valley now. That's really nice. And obviously Eagle Crag here, Sergeant Crag just to the right of it. That is next week's walk, by the way. Click. What a shot. there's the pub. All right, pub is just over there. Just got to get to the bridge. Beautiful little bridge here, and then we're in. So I really hope you've enjoyed this walk, and I really hope you can get out and do it if you haven't done it already. Don't forget, there's a clickable link in the description below. Always a clickable link there. It'll take you to, not these herdies, just want to show you them. It'll take you to the Ordnance Survey website, or it'll launch the Ordnance Survey app. And you can literally follow along with the route, it's all there. And there's obviously other stuff in the description as well, distance, elevation, all that kind of stuff. Loads of useless information. And of course that story, don't forget the story. Thanks for watching, it's been wonderful having you here, and it really does feel like you are here with me, I love it. So let's all of us go and get a pint in the pub. Come on, let's go. Monday. You know, I did suspect that would be the case. A lot of places are closed on Monday, so we'll go to Rosthart and see if the Riverside Bar is open. If not, well, I'll find something. Something's bound to be open on the way home.